It's fight night again, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, Derek Chisora and Deontay Wilder will meet in the ring for each of their 50th fights at the O2 Arena in London. An icon will fall, the loser has nowhere to go. And this is my final thoughts and prediction. I've seen online recently that a lot of people have really been buying into Wilder's behaviour and some of the things he's been saying recently. Because, you know, Wilder's been acting crazy. Wilder's been saying the sort of things he used to say. At the press conference, he was talking about snapping people's spines when he was in kindergarten. About how he'd kick you even if you're down. The sort of thing that we used to hear Deontay Wilder saying like 10 years ago. He's saying that he's healed, he's saying that he's got no injuries, that he's got no personal issues outside of the ring this time around. Which is all well and good, and maybe that is what has been affecting his performances the last few years. But he did say all of this same stuff before the Zhang fight. We all know what happened there. He was knocked out in, I want to say, 5 rounds. And it was a nasty knockout as well. So what makes it different this time around? Now, to be fair, it's not just his words this time. His whole energy is a lot more like the Deontay Wilder of old. But still, you're 41. He's lost, I want to say it's 4 of his last 6. His last time out was against a complete unknown in Tyrell Herndon. And he didn't look good in that fight. And Deontay Wilder, for some bizarre reason in the press conferences, is inviting Derek Chisora to put pressure on him and to push him on the back foot. Which, if you're Deontay Wilder, is the last thing you should be wanting Derek Chisora to do, because all of his losses on his record thus far have been because he's been put on the back foot and he cannot fight on the back foot. But still, a lot of people online, like I said, have really been buying into this old Deontay Wilder's back. And to an extent, at times, I also have been as well. But sitting down to make this video now, I was thinking to myself, I just need to be realistic. I'm sure with what's at stake in this fight, you know, a potential world title fight against Usyk, a potential AJ fight, I'm sure that that will give Wilder maybe an extra 10% to what we've seen lately. But still, I have to be realistic and have to think, what have you done for me lately? And Wilder has not looked good since the Fury fights, really. Everyone's saying, oh, but power is the last thing to go. Wilder hit Tyrell Herndon with that right hand. He landed it a few times, but it just doesn't have the same speeds that it had when he was younger. Because again, he's 41 years old. He's not a young man anymore. And the thing that made that right hand so deadly was how accurate and how quick it was. That's not the case anymore from what we've seen lately anyway. If this was the Deontay Wilder of old, I would be picking Wilder over Chisora. But with what he's done for me lately, I just can't do that. Chisora, I think, is going to be a nightmare for Wilder. Chisora's been saying he's going to round 1 come out so quick and he's just going to smother Wilder and knock him out in the first round. I will be honest, I can't see that happening. I definitely can see a Chisora stoppage, but I think it will be mid to late rounds. Put an exact number on it, I'm going to say Chisora will knock Wilder out in round 8. But in my opinion, the whole outcome of this fight does not depend on Chisora. We know what Chisora is going to bring. Chisora is going to be how Chisora has been for years now. This all depends on what Deontay Wilder we get. Are we going to get the Deontay Wilder of old? Are we going to get the Deontay Wilder of recent times? Or are we going to get this new Deontay Wilder who, from what he's saying in the press conferences, has apparently suddenly learnt how to fight on the back foot if he's inviting Derek Chisora to bring the fight to him and push him on the back foot. Which again, I think is a terrible idea. And if we somehow get the Deontay Wilder of old, Wilder wins all day in my opinion. But to be quite honest, I just can't see that happening. Despite what he's saying, despite all the crazy antics in the build-up from Wilder, like screaming at Simon Jordan.
Him to sue me so I can show the facts early. Because when the documentary and everything, the story come out, I'm going to show everything.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna get all the people that know, and all the people that's in the inside. He got people that the inside of him that can know. I don't what? I don't about that.
I'm not a Fury fan.
I don't about it. I said we didn't want to bring him up in the first place. It ain't got shit to do with him.
Fair enough.
The you talking about?
Having a go at Piers Morgan, all of the screaming bomb squad at every media event.
Say Wilder finally putting it together.
I just don't think Wilder's going to be able to roll back the clock that much to be good enough to beat Derek Chisora. And that's my thoughts and my prediction for the fight. Derek Chisora, round 8 stoppage. I also want to give a quick shout out to the co-main as well, because I feel like we're not talking about this enough. Vidal Riley versus Masternak. This is going to be a banger of a fight. I've been following Vidal basically since he turned pro, and the guy's special. I really think Vidal is going to be the face of the cruiserweight division, but he has to get through Masternak first. This This is for the European title, and it's a IBF title eliminator, I believe. So winner of this fight will be challenging for the vacant IBF title. We have Vidal, who I think has had 14 fights. It'll be up on the screen if I've got that wrong. Versus Masternak, who's had over 50 fights. This is a veteran of the game. To put into context, this guy fought Tony Bellew, and Tony Bellew has been retired for nearly 10 years now. That's how long Masternak has been in the game. And he's an experienced guy, he's a good fighter, but I think he's had too many fights. I think now is Vidal's time, and this is going to be the big coming out party. I know a lot of people said that his fight against Chev Clark on the Eubank Jr. Ben undercard was his coming out party, which in a way it was. That's when he did start getting the plaudits and the respect that I think he deserved. But this is, I think, an even bigger stage. He's the co-main event this time on what will probably be one of the bigger cards of the year. And I think Vidal stops him. You know, I'm going to give basically the same prediction I gave for Chisora Wilder. I think Vidal stops him in round 8. I think Vidal's too young, too quick, better reflexes, and just all-round better than Masternak right now. Even if you take age away from it, I think Vidal beats Masternak. And that's my prediction for the co-main. And I expect this card to be a really good card. The undercard's really good. I'm really excited to watch this later on tonight. But yeah, those are my final thoughts and predictions. Am I wrong? Am I right? Can Wilder roll back the years and pull off what I consider to be an upset? I don't think so, but we'll see later on tonight. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this, and if you're seeing this after the fight, either big me up on how correct I was or make fun of me on how wrong I was. Hopefully it's not that one though. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Catch you later.